All right, thanks for tuning in to Leading Forecasts. And wow, it's been a intense couple of days here, or I guess past 24 hours. This is the storm reports here from yesterday. You can see we did have 15 tornado reports stretching all the way from southern Illinois through Missouri down towards Branson, and even up into Nebraska here were some tornado reports, and some of these tornadoes, very strong tornadoes, have some larger towns. Like I said, Branson last night got hit by a tornado right on, and craziness, just nuts. And it's just like, I was talking to a friend last night, and it's like, it's not that 2012 has began, it's almost like 2011 never ended. If we look at the temperatures and everything across the nation, we never got really that cold, especially, say the very northern portion of the nation southward. We stayed warm, and we just never got severe weather because there was no dew points. It was cool enough the dew points weren't up, so you couldn't get severe weather. And now we're transitioning back in the spring, and the dew points are coming up, and we're still in a La Nina pattern. And it's like, here we go again. It's like, for the weather and Mother Nature, it's still 2011, and that's kind of a scary thought if you think back to 2011. Going on over to the satellite, the satellite map. Look at this big comma shape out here. The low pressure center setting up in here. Showers and thunderstorms getting going out along the front, and it's extending, as you can see, down through here. Let's go on over. This is the water vapor imagery, and you can see the low very, very well out here. And all that moisture from those clouds, that's showing up on water vapor quite nicely. So far today, as far as severe weather reports, we have 4 tornado reports, basically southern Indiana down through Kentucky here, and those are going to continue to pile up, probably, especially as we get out into this area a little later on today. Tornado watch is in effect until 8 p.m. Central Standard Time out across Tennessee and most of Tennessee and most of Kentucky. For these storms that are going to continue to move through. Mesoscale discussions right now, they are talking about issuing a new tornado watch up across western Ohio, actually now across eastern Ohio as well, and then a new one being issued down here across the south of portions of Arkansas, Mississippi, and northern Louisiana. And then up here we're dealing with some snow and freezing bag of precip. This is the rapid refresh. This is as we get into the afternoon, and we'll pan over here so you can see. And you can see the showers and thunderstorms breaking out across this area here where we do have the risk today. This is by about dark, so again, we're going to be dealing with damaging winds, large hail, and tornadoes. Moderate risk out across Tennessee, northern Alabama, Georgia, Mississippi, and then southeastern Kentucky. And this is for not only damaging winds, but tornado. Look at this hatched area right through here. If you live in this area, we could be talking significant tornadoes later on today, possibly strong, violent tornadoes. And then we do have the 45% risk, which is the moderate risk reason, at least back out of here. We do have that for damaging winds as we get later on. Tomorrow, slight risk down across the Missouri, Arkansas, Tennessee area, and then a slight risk comes up through here as we get into Friday, and that's going to be our next primary focus once we get past today, because again, we may have a significant severe weather event across that slight risk area. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised to see this move a little farther north here as we get into late Thursday or Friday, the late day 2, early day 1 outlooks. All right, 500 millibar trough. This is as we get into tomorrow, starting to dig in here across the west. Eventually, this is going to swing through the plains, as you can see here. 500 millibar low up here. Your trough comes in now. It's starting to get some good diffluent flow going, and thunderstorms starting to break out ahead of this. Going on over to the precip maps, this is as we get into Thursday. Here's your low trying to take shape here. Warm front coming up through this area. Not really anything getting going tomorrow. There's some snow on the backside out towards the Rockies, where there's always snow this time of year. But as we get into Friday, this is the time we're going to watch a low pressure center here. Your warm front now extending kind of out through here. Your cold front draping down through here. Showers and thunderstorms getting going out into the warm sector, and then some heavy snow up across the Great Lakes from Iowa up towards Wisconsin, maybe even the northern Michigan area. But again, the severe weather is going to be the main threat down here. In fact, look at these dew points as we get into Friday. 60-degree dew points as far north as about I-70, Indianapolis, basically Indianapolis over down towards Cincinnati. those places getting in on some very, very high dew points, especially for this time of year. Um, you can pretty much attribute that to the above normal Gulf temperatures. This is the Cape values. And look at this. This is a string of 15,000 to potentially as much as 2,000 joules per kilogram of Cape across Indianapolis, Terre Haute, south of St. Louis towards Cape Girardeau, the Missouri Boot Hill, places like that. I mean, this is any of this really is extreme Cape for this time of year, and really good Cape for most of the time of the year here. And we get into swing on over. This is the EHI values, and look at this EHI value of right around 2.5, 3 or so. That goes almost smack dab over central Indiana. So this area right out in here on Friday is the area I'm primarily concerned about with the kind of shear we're going to see in the forecasted instability and the way things are shaping up. I mean, there's an 850 millibar jet according to the NAM that comes right in here as well. You know, we could be dealing with another significant severe weather event on Friday. I mean, really out across this area, but I think especially out across this area here. The one thing I do want to show you that it's kind of a better thing than what we're dealing with here. The current 500 millibar trough we're dealing with is much tighter together. There's a lot more dipole flow. There's a lot, more concentrated energy, I want to say. So that's why we're getting all these significant severe weather events primarily out across this area, where this one's a little bit more broad. It's a little bit more of a broad area, and therefore I think we may go down on the tornado reports. I'm not saying there won't still be strong tornadoes or anything like that. That's just too far out to sea at this point. But that may be the big thing where we don't see a huge outbreak on Friday, but still there's going to be severe weather. So anyways, we'll keep this updated, and we'll see what happens as these new model runs come in over the next 24 to 36 hours. And, who knows? This is a crazy time of year. So that's all I have for the day. Have a great week, and have a great weekend. Stay safe out there. Until next time, I'm Joseph Cooper.